Jordan, thank you so much for joining us here at SuperReturn North America. Working with such a broad range as you do of US managers, what's your key takeaway at the moment in terms of that administration? What challenges are there and where are the opportunities lying in terms of efficiencies?
First, thank you for having me. What a great event we're having so far. I think that in the US, what we're really focused on right now is making sure our fund managers are able to get their data and also supported by great teams. So at IQEQ, I'm confident in saying we have some of the best people that are working for us. But the reason that they are great is that they're putting the information in a way where then the fund managers can pull it out and we can provide their data to them either through something like Snowflake or an upload of a file. And this will allow them the ability to then go report to their limited partners at their fingertips as opposed to needing to take Excel files, slice it, dice it. Really, the use of Snowflake will help evolve us, and that's what we see our fund managers wanting more and more of nowadays.
Because traditionally this industry hasn't been great with data, it's been very fragmented and not as useful. So that's going to be key from what you've just described.
Yeah, I think it used to be like everything was in Excel, right? So how do I take 16 different Excel files and do HLOOKUP and VLOOKUPs and then go pull it into another Excel file to then go like be able to create a chart and this and that? Whereas now with Snowflake and with AI, you have the ability to really pull this information into one area and then go slice and dice it in that area and then push it out. So it's allowing managers to be more nimble and have everything at their fingertips as opposed to asking for 15 things in 16 different ways.
And what are you seeing in terms of outsourcing? Because you've described their products that help with the data particularly, but what about outsourcing and what companies are looking at for what they should be keeping in-house and what they should be looking for expertise elsewhere in?
It's super interesting. I think outsourcing is, because if we look back 10 years, outsourcing in the private equity sector was like really starting to grow and bubble up. And now we're fully there, not only from a private credit, private debt, venture capital, et cetera perspective. And I think that this is where the future will be. The limited partners want that third party doing the work, letting the managers then go review the work. And I think that this is where we'll continue to grow and scale. I think one thing that's really interesting is that the fund managers are also being creative in helping with different areas of outsourcing. So for example, we're outsourcing more tax services. So meaning we're going to send you one of our directors and they're going to sit in between your tax provider and the fund admin to be able to help get everything in like set correctly and properly in order for them to decrease the cost for what their big four accounting firm are paying, but also then create efficiencies from a tax scoping perspective. So outsourcing will become more and more creative over the years. And I think that our lawyer friends are going to help us with that, but it's growing every day.
You mentioned LPs in your answer there. What's their sort of kind of key desires at the moment? What are they looking for? Are they kind of demanding more than they used to because they're kind of more sophisticated, more data driven themselves? What are they looking for from you?
Yeah, their LPs are becoming much more data centric and they're really caring what's happening on more of a real-time basis. So the goal is to be able to give them the data at their fingertips as well, once it's been reviewed and approved by the fund manager. So the goal is to really give them everything real time, let them then go take that information, then go do what they need to do to report to their, higher powers from there.
We hear so much about AI and tech transformation. How much of that is hype at the moment and how much are you seeing really shifting the dial?
I love the AI conversation. It could be the best conversation that everyone is having. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, everyone's having this conversation. I don't think it's hype. I think it's just, where are we? And I think we're all still sitting, if you think of it, someone explained to me best, the most simplistic way to think about it is like elementary school, middle school, and high school. We're all sitting at elementary school right now. But everyone thinks they're at high school. And I think it's really fascinating from that perspective because we're all scraping the surface as to what we're using it with, but over time, we'll start evolving. And I think fortunately, we've been thinking about it at IQEQ for the last 2 or 3 years. So maybe we're in like 4th grade or 5th grade in that elementary school level, and we're about to progress to middle school. So it's a super hot button topic and it's a little scary for us, right? Like how is this going to evolve the industry? But
Absolutely.
we're there.
A great analogy, but it does sort of make you think about what more room there is for this to evolve.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think like law firms, I've been meeting with a lot of law firm partners and it's super interesting of like, how will AI impact not only the law firm associates, but also the public accounting associates or the fund admin associates? It's really what are those roles and how is that going to impact it? But I guess time will tell.
Do you think you're seeing companies kind of looking at the fact that they have layered that AI on top up to now and it actually needs to become much more intrinsic to the products and what they're doing?
I think so. I think that like as long as we have look at IQEQ, we're building some specific AIs and then we're leveraging AI. So what I mean by that is we're leveraging the AI that has already been built in products we're using to help succeed. And I think if you kind of get that right that right magic potion together, it'll create success.
Just finally, where are you seeing the greatest challenges and opportunities, if you want to view it like that now, in terms of both the kind of regulatory and operational landscape ahead? And what are you most excited about in the next 12 to 18 months?
I'm so excited about AI. No, I'm kidding. I am excited about AI. I think that the U.S. is evolving. I think that we have seen some slowdowns, but I think we're starting to see the fund market pick up more. So it's really exciting for what's to come. I think, when you look at the industries, I think real estate, venture capital, private credit, debt, like everything is slowly coming all together. And you usually see like these phases of hedge funds are up and then they're down, and then private equity is up and then it's down. So, the market is forever evolving, but we're ready for it, and we're excited to take those next steps forward.
Jordan, great to have you in our studio. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for the time.